Hi guys, it's Ali. Welcome or welcome back to my channel. In today's video, I'll be reviewing, swatching, and doing a little demo using the Beauty Bay 42 pan Earthy palette. So if you guys do want the tea on this palette and to see the look that I come up with, then go ahead and keep on watching. So this palette actually has been out for a couple of weeks now. If you guys remember, I did a review on the Berries 16 pan palette. There are two other colorways that this palette does come in, so the Midnight and the Earthy, which I have for you today. I will have a video on the Midnight palette coming shortly, but when I did a poll, majority vote said that you wanted a green look, so that's what we're doing today. So I am looking at this palette. This does come in three different sizes: the 9 pan, 16 pan, and the big one that I've got here, which is the 42 pan. And we're just going to go ahead and take a look at it with the clear film falling out. But this is what the palette looks like. I have already done a video on the Wilderness palette on my channel before, so a lot of these colors might seem familiar. I don't know where my Wilderness palette has gone to show you in comparison, so this was absolutely needed for me. So there are a lot of striking greens in here, and I do like the balance with the browns and more earthy type colors. So yeah, this is actually really exciting for me, and I think this retails for £23. You of course don't have to get this big palette, but that's up to you. In terms of the swatches, I am going to go ahead and swatch the shimmery shades separately to the mattes. I don't know why, but with this palette, I just find that really useful. So I'm going to do that. And in today's video, I will be using some new brushes that I got from a company called Duaiu. If you remember back to the Wilderness palette video, I actually did feature this company in that video as well, so I have been fortunate to work with them a second time, and this time I've got a different brush set. So this is just what all the brushes look like. So they've all got a black handle with the flat base that I love, and I believe this is a 14-piece brush set. They also sent me over some makeup sponges that I haven't had the chance to use yet, but I'm going to show you anyway so you guys can see what they look like. So this is just the container for the sponges, and it is a pack of 4. So in here you have 4 sponges. So first things first, I need to swatch this entire palette. And straight off the bat, it's that same Beauty Bay formula that I know and love. Oh, that is absolutely stunning. Okay, let me swatch all the shades and then I'll show you what they look like. These are all of our shimmers, and there are 16 total. I must say that the greens and this red one at the end are absolutely stunning in person. I think it's also picking up on camera how vibrant they are. They just look so good, and the formula is like butter. I honestly didn't expect anything less. The Beauty Bay formula never really fails me. It's more so about the color stories and stuff like that, as we saw with the Love Notes. These are all of the mattes. I can never swatch in a straight line, but this is what all of the matte shades look like. And I love those vibrant greens at the top there. They look absolutely phenomenal. And there's a good blend in here of the pastels and the more bold colours. I don't think it's centered around one more than the other. So there's a good variety between the amount of shades that you get here and the type of different shades that you get too. I do see some duplicates like this jade kind of forest green right at my wrist. Those two shades actually look like the exact same shade swatched next to each other. But otherwise, we've got a good variety. I think I was initially going to do an all green look today, but I think I'm going to try and do something a bit more earthy. This might not go to plan, so if it doesn't, it's trial and error. But first things first, I'm going to prime my lid, and I'm just using the P. Louise Blank Canvas Acid Rain paint. Okay, so I've just taken this brush. It's just a fluffy ended brush here, and I think what I'm going to do... Oh, what do I want to do? Okay, I'm going to start with one of the darker greens, I think. I just don't know which one I want to use. They're very similar, but I think I'm going to use Seaweed here. Like, I couldn't choose between Seaweed and Ivy, which is this one. So they look very similar to me, but I think I'm going to go with Seaweed. It's like a couple of taps in the palette, and the color payoff is immaculate. So I'm just going to pack this in to my crease area. The brush isn't doing a bad job. I just kind of wish it was a little bit on the fluffier side. so that I could disperse this product a little bit with more ease. So yeah, I'm just getting this product on there, and I'm just going to bring it out some. Okay, and now I'm taking a slightly angled brush, and this brown, when I swatched it, this one right here called Brick, it did come out a little bit on the ready side, which kind of makes sense now that I've seen the name of it. It's called Brick, but I'm thinking this is the one that I want to use in my crease. And I think that's what's going to take this look from just a green look to a bit more of an earthy look, because you know you need browns in there, I feel like. And brown and green just make a really nice transition on the eye. Because green can be a difficult colour to work with, I'm not gonna lie, it can be on the difficult side. Okay, I kind of want to add some of this shimmery dark green. It's almost like a black with green in it, and it's called Wit. And this shade I'm just going to put onto this flat brush. And I'm going to try and see if I can get it just on the end here. I think I really like the fact that I used a brown today, because I don't know, it's just got this sort of smoky effect that I really like. So this is just so that we have a seamless transition between shades, because I really don't like when like things just look choppy. And now I need to add a bit of vibrance, because you know I love a bit of a pop on the lid. So I'm taking this lime green shimmery shade right here. It's literally called Lime. And I'm gonna start with my inner corner this time, because normally I would go out from out and then in, but not today. So I'm starting here and I'm grabbing that lime shade. And again, I'm doing like a cut crease without doing the cut crease process. And I've just taken this smaller, more precise flat brush here, because I thought it'd be good to get into the crevices of my inner corner. I'm not sure if it's showing up on camera because of the lighting, but that's just where I've put the green. And now for the shade that I've been dying to use it since I swatched it, and it's this emerald light green right here called Moss. And I'm hoping that this is gonna look how I want it to. Look how gorgeous this green is. Okay, so I'm using my finger to actually apply this shade. And it's so pretty. Yeah, I find making that ombre sort of transition on the lid is easier when you do the inner and the outer and then you fill in the middle. I just found that works. Oh, I actually very like that. I really like that. And this is the brush I'm going to use for my inner corner. I just think these brushes are amazing for that. And the shade I'm going to go in is with this golden shade here called Legend. And let me tell you, it looks absolutely stunning. So I'm hoping that it's going to look as amazing. I feel like I've said this about every shade. I've swatched it, said it looks stunning, and then said, oh, I hope it like shows up amazing on me. I need to get a grip. But yeah, that's actually really nice. And I may have overdone it on this eye, so now I've got to overdo it on this side to make them match. I'm going to go back in with the Brick shade and a couple more brown shades under the eye to smoke it out. And then I'll come back with the lashes on and show you the finished look. So this is the finished eye look, and it's pretty much come out exactly how I wanted it to come out. So I wanted a sort of browny green look that wasn't overly green, but then it had the right amount of green in it with the smokiness of the brown, and I love it. I think this looks really nice. I do feel like I could have gotten away with just 2 of the shimmer shades on the lid, but it's fine that I've used 3 or 4. It's, you know, it is what it is and it looks cute. yeah, I feel like when it comes to the Beauty Bay palettes now, I'm more or less showcasing the looks that I can make with them, because the formula is so consistent that I'm never going to have a bad thing to say about the formula, because they just hit every single time. And the color story, obviously we've already seen this color story in the Wilderness palette, but I do think I actually like this palette a bit more than the Wilderness one, just because there is more that I can do in terms of looks and stuff like that. And it's just as well that my Wilderness palette is lost. But yeah, I think this is a very, very impressive palette for the price that we're getting. We're getting 42 amazing quality amazing quality shades for the price of £23. And if you are lucky, Beauty Bay often have 15%, 20%, and I think they also have bundle sets with these palettes in. So yeah, to summarize, I love this palette. The shades are great, they're absolutely amazing. In terms of the brushes that I have been using in this video, to remind you, they are from Duaiu, and I will leave a link in the description box down below. The brushes performed well, as you can see. I did this entire look using those brushes, and yeah, if there is anything that I have left out that you would like me to sort of answer, then drop a comment in the comment section down below. If you did enjoy this video, make sure to leave a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel if you haven't subscribed. But for now, I'll see you guys in the comment section, and thank you so much for tuning into my channel.